We live, y'all. Welcome to the 10th episode of the Not Afraid to Lose Sports Podcast. Got a very special guest with me tonight, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and share the live and give the people some time to get up in here. I'm going to play a song real quick and wait till the people get up in here, and we'll get to this interview, y'all. Let me see. What song should we go with? Let's go with Awesome.
Just met the last girl I kissed when I was still a teen. She wanted to take me on a trip to the Philippines. I told her how enticing, but it's still a dream. All that's on my mind's how I'm headed to a guillotine. How do I ignore who adores me? If I don't sprint, she posted to my 4G. 5 foot something, no shorty. She goes to school fly, how high, Lark Voorhees. What she noticed on my toes, you can't afford these. Call me a dork, then that's how big could a dork be. Obey my thirst, now the only time I'm porch drink. Tall glass of water mixed with Japanese and Portuguese. Thanks a lot, family. Was born outstanding. Fight me like a man, I'm making sure I'm coming outstanding. Your ex said her friends wanna take turns. Long thing in her body's not a tapeworm. Ugh, that was sick, I ain't stopping there. Goldilocks was in my bed, asking me to pop a bear. Cuddy stopped it there, before I pop, lock, and drop in there. When I see my nurses, not to ask if a doctor's there. Scrubs giving TLC with improper care. If you ask what's her name, she'll say outta here. Thought you was a chick magnet in that Rockaware. She'll make you cry for it and tell you not to drop a tear. And I'm still alive and well though. I don't get the strap, I'm the Velcro. Last time I took an L, I gave him back an elbow. Defeat is not an issue when I'm working like steel toes. Told him sell a sail to a sailboat. She gon' leave, bro, once his scales broke. The pain to send a man straight to hell, no. Are you kidding? That'll tickle me and I ain't Elmo. If you're around me, you're the man. Guaranteed every musician got a band. You turn into a problem for your fans. Watching animated eat the cake like Ike was in Japan. Wait. White girl made me famous when I fed her lines. Oh, my darling surprised me with Clementine. Hit it twice and passed, reaping benefits of severed ties. Must be tailor-made for this job, I have several ties. Ties? My way or the highway, you just get to drive.
All right, y'all. Y'all, welcome in, everybody. Make sure you share the live, y'all. We got another interview coming up, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. I'm going to go ahead and play our brand new intro that we got for the Not Afraid to Lose Sports Podcast, y'all, and we'll get to this interview right after.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Say you love me, you don't love me, why you change on me? Keep a on my side, it won't change on me. Shout out, please, that's my brother, he won't fold on me. And if it come down to it, he'll for me. This tricky, seeing how these other niggas move. Gotta keep my head on the swivel, gotta play it smooth. Know I can die anything, so I ain't afraid to lose. I'm knee deep up in this water, gotta stick in.
Yes, y'all. It's your boy Mac-A-Lot back with our 10th episode of the Not Afraid to Lose Sports Podcast. Y'all got a very special guest with me tonight. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
How y'all doing? How you doing? This is Bill Waller, Vice President for All Stockton Flag Football League and former President for South Stockton Junior Vikings.
I heard that. All right. So I'm gonna start off. It's an honor to interview you. You know, you've been my folks for some years now, man. I appreciate all you do for the youth out here. So definitely honored to have this interview with you today. So we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Can you tell us a few things about yourself, like where you from and how was your upbringing?
Okay, I'm from. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri. My mother passed away when I was 13. So my father packed me and my sister up and moved to Oakland, California. And we moved to Oakland. And I went to high school in Oakland, played 1 year of football in Oakland, and I jumped the porch. Right out of high school, I went in the Army. Got out the Army and went to prison. You know, and went to prison, got out of prison, back and forth, lived violations. Then I went to a program because I got mixed up in the crack epidemic. That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, and after that, I got family, got married, and moved to Stockton. And was doing pretty good. I never had no children. I was 48 years old when I had my first child.
Oh
You
wow.
know,
So
yeah,
I
I
got
only
hope.
got
I got hope still. So I got
yeah,
one. I've been wanting another one. I got one, and I'm 44. I was thinking my time was over, but hey, man,
yeah.
that's motivation for
I
me.
was 48. Um, my my son's mother, she got pregnant and she had a miscarriage the first time, and it seemed like a year later she got pregnant again, and she was so hurt by that first miscarriage. I didn't want her to go through this again because I thought that I couldn't have kids. I just thought that's what the way it was,
Yeah.
And she got pregnant again, and my son came, and he came and getting into football. I remember one day, me and my son was about 3 years old, and we was at some store, and they had all these toys, you know. And I told him, pick a toy, boy, hurry up, pick a toy, come on, so they can go. And he
Wow.
looked at the army mans, he looked at the wrestling mans, he looked at the sheriff stuff, and he seen a football. And he grabbed that football. I said, "That's what you want?" He said, "Yeah, cats. No, come on, grab the football. Let's go." So that's how I got into football, man. We
Yeah.
went to the front yard after that.
Definitely. Definitely. I appreciate your story, you turning your life around. Definitely, during them that crack epidemic and
Yeah,
prison thing and all that. So it really takes somebody really strong to come out that and be this positive role model for the youth. After and sometimes those are the best role models, the ones that's been
it's
through the most.
been through it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you can't tell me about nothing you ain't been through. So
right.
we take that more serious when somebody that actually been through it. So I commend you on turning your life around with that, because
Yeah,
I didn't even know that about you. So I appreciate
yeah.
you sharing that with us. All
Yeah.
right, so tell me this. So how did you get involved in youth sports? I know you were once president of the South Stockton Vikings. Did you start off coaching first, or how did that come about with you being president?
It's weird, man. I'm a parent. My son's on junior novice, and uh, that first year, that first year, the coaches would be late. So me and I hate to say some names, but Coach Mike Latin, me and him would coach the kids until the coaches came. So we started like helping out Ernie Bass.
Yeah.
And then the next year came Coach Zoe, man. I love him. He came in, and I started helping more with the team, like the team dad stuff, and started helping Coach Ernie Bass. I started helping him out a lot. And I didn't know it. Did nobody know it? He didn't know it, but he was lacing me. You know. And so I hung with Ernie Bass, and then rest in peace, Ernie. Man, that dude. He had me doing all kind of stuff, man. And I told him, I said, "Well, I need a title, man." He said, "What you want to be?" I said, "I want the coordinator guy." So he got me a T-shirt that said coordinator guy on it.
The coordinator guy, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
what
that's how I got that.
what came about you? Before I get to that, because I had a similar story, because I started off with my son at the South Stockton Vikings, because I was a Viking growing
Hmm.
up. So I took my son over there, and with Ernie. Ernie was the president at the time, and my son played for somebody I had a falling out with, but we cool now. My boy Kevin Archangel, right?
Yeah, that's my
My
buddy,
son,
man.
my son played for him, and he had an assistant coach. And I'm from the era where we get swaggy.
Yeah,
You look good, you play good. So I got my son all swaggy, one yellow sock, one purple sock. Back then
yeah,
it was purple and yellow.
right.
And he told at the very first game, he told my son he couldn't play. Uh, he had to wear two purple socks, and I'm looking around. I see a couple kids got different color socks, so I
Hmm.
felt like So I said something as a father. I spoke on it, and and we had a back and forth, and then his assistant coach put me in a grabbed me from behind, big dude, tall dude. And you know, and it took, and I broke up out of it, and it took everything out of me not to start swinging out there. So that kind of made me mad. So that
Right.
next year, I took my son over to the Bears,
Oh, yeah.
and they needed help. They needed help, and I just signed up to help. I didn't want to be
Right.
committed, and you know, I didn't want to be no head coach or nothing. It was like,
Right.
can you be a head coach? So we definitely had similar stories of how we started just putting our
Yeah.
sons in football, and then end up falling in love with it.
Right.
So how did you go from being the coordinator guy to being the head man in charge, the president?
Okay. Like I said, rest in peace, rest in heaven, Ernie Bass.
Yeah.
Love him. He passed away, and his nephew took over. And right before he passed away, we all had a little meeting, man, at his house, you know. And he said I could be the coordinator guy, and he named his nephew the president and his niece the vice president. And his as the season started, his nephew had a son, you know, that's he's very involved with. So he kind of really had to. He really,
We can name names. Are you speaking about Roscoe?
yeah,
Ali? Okay.
yeah. Roscoe,
Shout out to
he had to pay more attention to his son, you know,
yeah,
which was cool, you know, man. Oh man, I'm so proud of the dudes right now, you
yeah.
know. And so Bernice asked me, would I be the president? You know, and I told her, I don't know nothing about president. What? You know, I said, let me think about this. So it took a couple of weeks, you know, and Coach Benny Hunt came to me, man. I was at the wash house washing clothes, and he came up to me and he told me his story about the Vikings, and you know, rest in heaven, his son passed away, you know, and you know, he's Viking. He said, man, I want you to you should be the president, man. I know you could do it. You could do it. I said, Benny, get out of here. You know, don't, you know what I'm saying? I was at the wash house, man. This dude come. So a couple of weeks later, I went over to Bernice and I told her, yeah, I do it. You know,
So you had never even coached football.
no,
You said you played it when you was young, or
yeah, I played it. Yeah,
you never coached it, so you went straight to. Oh, that's dope. Those story.
yeah,
I mean, those some big shoes to fill. Coming in after Ernie, and you know,
yeah.
definitely not knowing the ropes. I'm sure you wasn't studying him or anything, so you just had to come in there just learn everything on the go on the fly.
Well, I spent like a couple of hours with Bernice, man, and she laced me. She laid it down to me, everything, you know, from ordering the recertification of the helmets, coaching certificates, the DYFL laws, you know, the bylaws, you
Yeah.
know. She laced me, you know. So I just went on and went from there, you know.
Great. That was dope. So being president of a youth football team, I'm sure it comes with many trials and tribulations. So can you tell us some of the difficulties and some of the great things that comes with being the president of a youth football team? First, maybe start with the difficulties. Let's start with the bad. What was difficult about being the
Uh, you deal with a lot of bureaucratic stuff, like you know, you have to deal with getting the stadium, and you know, you have to deal with that type of stuff, and the parents, you know. But the bureaucratic stuff was in the league rules, dealing with that, you know. So that was kind of tough stuff. That was tough for me.
Okay, so what was some of the good things that came from being the president?
The smiles on the kids' faces. You know, I always had pretty good numbers at the Vikings, you know.
Yeah.
And our practices were good, man. I would have the cheerleaders do battles against the players, you know, and it just seeing them smile, man, you know, is
Yeah.
big, man, big, man.
And the
You know,
culture of it. So how long How long was you president over there?
I think 7 years.
7 years? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
nice. That's nice.
yeah.
And under your so how much success did you have during your term as president? You get any Super Bowl victories? Anything like that where you had some success over there?
Yeah, we won franchise of the year, and I went to 3 Super Bowls. We won 2, we lost 1.
Okay.
Yeah, we won 2. One year, my novice and JV won the Super Bowl, and the year before that, my varsity went to the Super Bowl and we lost in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. So that
Okay.
the novice and JV that year, that's when Zoe was coaching the novice, right?
No,
No.
that was back in 2018 when he was coaching the novice.
Oh, you wasn't president then.
I was the president then.
Okay. So
Yeah.
who did you win those Super Bowls with? Who was coaching those teams?
Coach Brian Reynolds was
Brian.
coaching the
Okay.
JV. Jolan Sargent, the president now, they was
Yeah.
on the JV, and on the novice was Coach Chris.
Oh, Chris. Okay, Hodges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know him. Okay. All right, that's dope. So can you we named a couple of the coaches. Can you name some of the top athletes that played for you during your time as president? Some of them names that you kind of remember, because I know you had
Yeah.
a lot of talent comes through the South Stockton Vikings.
Yeah. Right when I became president, most of those kids are like 1 or 2 years in college now. So we got McKenzie, Billsbury. These guys are in college now,
Yeah,
you know. And most of the kids that played with my son, the Alonzos and the Levine.
yeah.
Levine was on that Super Bowl team.
The novice one, huh?
The novice from 2018. I wasn't president then, but yeah, he was on that team.
Yeah, that one was Zoe. Yeah, they beat me over there at the Titans in the playoffs.
Yes, it's about 14 of them boys right now that play for Edison that played on that team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so that's a pretty big to see them boys going up, man. You know.
So shout out to them. I think Lil McKenzie was over there too, right?
Yeah. He was on that Super Bowl team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. He was over
with
there.
Levine and Zoe and my son and
they was stacked.
Yep.
It was stacked that year. And then
Ryan was on there.
And shout out to Zoe because he beat me 6-0 in the opening playoff round. He beat my Titans 6-0. You know, but we had a hell of a battle. But he beat us 18-6 the first game in regular season, and in the playoffs we seen him again. He beat us 6-0 though, and we talk shit about that all the time too.
Right.
He too up on me, but I always tell him like, you got your Super Bowl with little kids. I got my Super Bowl on the JV level.
Yeah, that was. I remember that team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember that team.
Both of them. You was president over there.
I was president then, yeah.
When I got the one from the Titans and for the Yellow Jackets, I think.
Well, for the Yellow Jackets for sure, because did y'all play the Super Bowl at Edison?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Against the Trojan. I mean against Mountain House. I mean Rampage,
yeah.
You was the president in I won the Super Bowl in 2019 with the Titans. Was you president then?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
Yep.
Yeah, I got that one too. I got 2 on your watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So when and why did your term as president end over there?
It got real stressful, like I said, dealing with the bureaucratic stuff. And you got to start thinking about your health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So dealing with the politics and everything of that nature, because I know football, I've been noticing too over these last years, it ain't even about the kids no more. It's more about these politics, these board members, and a lot of that plays a lot. And I just wish it to go back to being strictly about the kids and playing football.
Right, right.
You know, so
Yeah.
that all right. So you just stepped down as president over there.
Yeah. All the time I was looking for the next president. Because every year we would vote in the bylaws that we wrote up. Every year you could vote for a president.
Yeah.
Okay, with the Vikings in our bylaws, and every year nobody wanted to be president, man.
So you just
Nobody.
step up and keep doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I ask you this because one day I do want to have be president of a team, which I should have already been, but I never just because it's the politics. I never wanted to. I never even ran for any. I think I ran for a board position once, director of football, and I got cheated out of that. But it is what it is.
Right.
But one day I do. I think I will be like a president or something. I want to fall back from coaching and maybe just be the
Run
president.
it. Mm-hmm.
But so I do want to prepare myself for the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
So I may be giving you a call.
I'm here, man.
That out. All right.
Okay.
So I hear you are involved in flag football now. What made you get into that, and how's that going?
Okay, with the flag, our kids play with the Table Community Foundation with Tyrell Gross's flag, NFL flag program.
Mm-hmm.
So when COVID came, when we started being able to come out and stuff, I used to take some of the kids to my little neighborhood park around here, and I end up having about like 30 kids out there, man, doing training and stuff. I would call some coaches to come out and help out, and then a couple of the coaches, around Stockton, Derek Graves, Molina, for the tight ends, a few of them guys, they was working out kids also.
Yeah.
So what we would do is we would meet up at the park and play 7-on-7s because wasn't nothing going on after when we first started coming back out, So we was doing that. So then I called Tyrone and said, "Hey man, you guys gonna do the flag?" And they told me, "No, they're not gonna do the flag in Stockton." I said, "We need something in Stockton," They said, "Well, no, we're not gonna do it." So I called a buddy of mine, Brian Reynolds, Coach B. I called him and said, "Man, they ain't gonna do flag, man. I'm gonna look into it, So I looked into it and formed the All Stockton Flag Football League,
Yeah, I know, and a couple years after that, you was trying to get me out there too.
Yeah. Oh
To
yeah.
get me out there too. I was just too busy. I couldn't tell you no. I don't know how to tell you no, but I was just too busy doing tackle and 7-on-7.
I even tried to get you a girls team, huh?
Yeah. You definitely did. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute too, because I got that on here too, because I feel like you knew something before something knew it was something. All right, so you stepped down because of health issues and the politics of it, but you still had a love for these kids and seeing they didn't have nothing to do, so you even put your health to the aside and still wanted to have something for these kids out here to do, and that's definitely dope.
Yeah.
So was there any difficulties of running a flag football program versus a tackle football program?
No, the most part about getting the flag football, even now we have this problem today, is getting coaches.
Yeah.
We can get the kids, but it's getting coaches, So that's a problem we have. But when we started the league, I kind of had an ideal of it being a development league for coaches, for high school kids, because like our referees are high school kids.
Okay.
And now I'm starting to get a couple of high school kids to come and coach.
Coach, yeah.
Right now, I have a girl that's coaching a girls team. You know.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Let me ask you this because do you think because coaching is volunteer, man,
Yep.
and I think at some point now we came a long way. At some point in time, I think even at youth sports, coaches still need to be at least paid a little something, because that's kind
Mhm.
of steering me away from now coaching youth football. Because I'm like, I've been doing this free for 15, 16 years. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I spend more money, coaching, picking up people, doing this stuff. Like at some point, we got to get to where these coaches get a little something, for their time because it's a lot
Right.
of stuff we go through. Dealing with parents, dealing
Yeah.
with kids. Definitely the kids these days, hearing their attitudes, which I don't really fall. I haven't really came in across too many attitudes, but this team I'm coaching now is like, well, I need to get paid for this. These boys over here at Fort State Wolfpack. But I love them the same as I love all my other kids. But they're saying at some point in time, there got to be a way. I'm sure there's money coming through these programs. There got to be a way where they can pay at least the head coach,
Right.
something. And I think that would bring more coaches in.
Yeah.
That would help out a lot, because it's volunteering your time, and it takes being a real football coach at any level. It takes a lot of time if you want to
Yeah.
be great. It ain't just going out there 2 hours of practice, going to the game. With good coaches like myself, I
Right.
study at home, I strategize, and I do everything in the off time. So I definitely think if one day they could put something in where they can at least start paying like head coaches, I think that would help get more coaches.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
You know,
It's just hard to find that money. You know.
uh, well, some of these programs, I think some of these programs, I mean, definitely the established programs like the Trojans that can get 40 kids on every level paying $300, cheerleading $600. There's some money somewhere,
Yeah.
somewhere there's some type of money. Now I understand with the struggling programs that maybe get like 16 18 kids, then that's hard to get the money.
Right.
I'm sure
Right.
some kids you happen to let play free or for cheap, or but like the
Right.
main teams, the Trojans, the Bengals, that they get their money right
Yeah.
at the top. So yeah, so
Yeah.
tell me this, so which do you find the most joy with coaching? Running the flag football program or running a tackle football program, and why do you find the enjoyment out of it? Which have you seen like, okay, yeah, this I like this better, or I like that better?
I miss tackle because I miss the kids. You know.
Yeah,
I miss the kids. You know. I got 30 something kids on each level, about 60 something cheerleaders, I miss the kids, uh, that's the main thing. But with flag, the excitement came in it when girls flag started, you
hmm
know. So watching these girls coming, man, is amazing, man. You know.
we got a couple people in here. Brandy Davison said, "Hey, Bill." Shout out Brandy. Brandy been putting
Hey,
she been
that's
putting
my secretary right there.
she been putting her years in. Oh yeah, I think y'all stole her from us. I think from
I
those
begged her, man.
yellow jackets, man. Y'all stole Brandy from us. But Brandy she been putting some years in with these kids also.
Yeah.
Uh, so and since you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned that because that takes me to my next question to you. With girls flag football, uh, girls flag football is becoming something big nowadays. I'm seeing somebody even I think somebody from St. Mary's got a scholarship to college from flag
Edison
football.
too.
Oh, Edison too.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that about Edison, but I did see something about a St. Mary's girl. Uh, and speaking to you years ago, with you trying to get me to coach girls flag football. I think it's fair to say that you seen this coming before it really came. You seen it from around the corner.
Yeah.
What made you feel so strong? What made you feel so strong about knowing that it was going to grow to the level that it is now? Because you had this years ago before it really took off to where it is now. It's becoming
Right.
real big. But you was around this corner like 4 or 5 years ago before it became what it is today. So
Right.
what made you see it growing?
When I started the All Stockton flag, you know, I had to do paperwork. You know, you had to get your state paper, your 501c3, all that stuff. You know, and I was going through the NFL flag, and I started like seeing girls. So I typed in girls flag. I was like up all night one night. I typed in girls flag, and all down south on the East Coast, you know, flag was popping. Girls flag was popping. I'm like, dang. So then even down south in LA, they had it, you know, and they had it in the CIF down there, but not Northern California didn't have it. So I had talked to my president because I have a president for the Stockton flag, Brandon Marble, and I talked to Brian Renner. I said, hey man, we should get some girls because the first year we had about 8 or 10 girls in our league, and they was on co-ed team.
Oh yeah.
So I said we should try to get girls against girls, you know. And they said go for it, you know. And I talked to a few other people around, man, and they kind of like laughed at me. Edison told me to go for it, you know. So I did a camp. We did a camp. All Stockton Flag did a camp for girls. And I'm thinking if I can get 8 or 10 girls to the camp, you know, is on, right? We had 30 some girls that came, you know.
Yeah.
And then my guys was like, well, let's go for it then, you know, because they didn't think it was gonna be that many girls come, you know. So the first year we had girls. Last year I think we had about 160 girls, man.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because it's like the new thing right now.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
we but it was it was in Southern California in the CIF. So then I started looking at it, and then Northern California was going to vote on it, and Northern California got it, and they got it in the high schools in the Northern California CIF, you know, high school football league, you
Yeah, high
know?
school. Yeah, and like I said, you was around that corner before everybody else was around that corner.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
it became official sports in high school and stuff. You
right.
you was on to some years
What
ago.
what got me, man, was when I first seen it, there was only probably about 12 colleges, you know, that was giving scholarships. And I had a couple of girls that I really didn't want to play tackle football that wanted to play. That's another thing that pumped me. I said,
Yeah.
your chances is bad getting a scholarship to go play tackle football,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but I'm gonna get flag football for you, okay? I told a couple of girls that, and they'll tell you, you know. And we got the flag, and man, it done blew up. So woo, NCAA D1, D2, NAIA.
Yeah, it's grown real big because growing up, I did see a couple of girls playing. Like I remember my homegirl Melissa, she played tackle football. I remember my Coach Mark's daughter Jamie, she played tackle. I actually coached, I think, two girls in
Mm-hmm.
football. And
Uh-huh.
I had one like last year or year before last. She came to the first like 4 or 5 practices and she was done. She,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I can't do this." And actually, RP, my baby girl, she played 1 year. I was like, okay, you young enough to play junior novice. I feel all right for that. And she played that 1 year and
Right.
she got in the cheer. I said, yeah, baby, you gonna play cheer. I don't like these
Yeah.
attack on you like that.
Yeah.
But or can you tell me, are there are there a big percentage of really good female football players, or are there just a sprinkle here and there? Do you see a lot of athletic ones that can really play, or is it just you got maybe a girl or two that really know what they're doing, or do these girls really know how to ball? Because I ain't been watching.
They very athletic and very competitive. These girls are bad. Now we got some girls that have been playing in our league for like 3 years. They balling, man. You could see it.
Okay, because I did when I was coaching at Factory 7-on-7. I did help. They had a girls team over there. I did help them a couple times, and there was like 3 or 4 that I was like, oh, they can play.
Yeah.
Football. And then just watching like the ladies from Elevate with Vince Carter, he's doing a good thing over there. They're winning a lot of big tournaments.
Yeah.
But I never sat and watched them actually play to say, oh, they good, they good like that. So
right.
So with it growing as big as it is, do you think that would lead to more female players getting opportunities on tackle football? Do you think that's gonna persuade them to play tackle, or you just think, okay, flag football, that's where it stops?
Yeah, flag football, that's where it stops. Because the NFL is getting flag football.
Oh yeah, they are. And there's actually been females that play college football. I mean, like kickers, like man.
Oh yeah, there have been
kicker or something. But I wonder, one day will we have a female in the NFL?
Right.
You think any possibilities of that happening?
Oh, they got the women's football league. They got a women's tackle football league.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They like little smaller leagues, but
yeah,
maybe one day we will see a female playing in
NFL.
Hopefully I'm there to see that because that definitely dope. Or maybe get a female NFL league.
Right.
I'm sure one of these billionaires, once this stuff blow up, one of these billionaires, the way it's been going, I could see it like in 10 years from now, one of these billionaires is going to start a NFL, like a WNFL or something.
They got one now.
They got a real professional.
Yeah, one of our coaches used to play professional women's football.
Oh, okay.
We had a coach back in 2018. We had a coach. She played. Matter of fact, when the girls' football thing started, the flag started jumping off. I contacted her, and she got me in contact with a couple of her friends that she played with that's coaching girls' flag in colleges down south. So.
Yeah, definitely. So, do you get the itch to go back to tackle football, get involved in that?
No, man,
But you just said you missed it.
Yeah, I miss the kids.
Okay.
I miss the kids. But I did that in my life. I'm happy with what I did. I felt I did the best I could do. And that's history now.
I don't know, Bill. I think I think if the opportunity presents itself, I don't think you would say no.
I help, I help you out,
Okay, yeah. So with how do you feel? Let me ask you this too, because I think this has been an issue for me. This was how do you feel about kids playing year-round tackle football? Like they go from fall season to like the all-stars to like these tournaments to straight to spring football. Do you think that's okay, or do you think like that's too much wear and tear on the body and the brain? Because I always been against that. That's why I always told my kids after fall season, do 7-on-7. That keep you in shape and taking so many hits. uh, but this is my first year actually coaching spring and dealing with my nephew. He went from fall season. He went from fall to spring. He had all-star games, tournaments, and then straight into spring again. And I'm like,
Right.
I don't know how much wear and tear, definitely with the whole CTE and stuff like that. So
Right.
do you think that's good for the kids because you're getting more experience?
You know, I could go by my personal opinion. And my personal opinion is I didn't have to let my son do it. You know, I wanted my son on the off season. I wanted him to train and do 7-on-7 and train. So that's I would try to get guys like D. Ashley in them, and they would, go to the factory, whatever, and train. You
Yeah,
know, that's what I kind of pushed on the kids to do in the off season, and play 7-on-7, play flag, and train. But you have some kids that don't usually get to play in the regular season. They sitting on the bench a lot.
oh, okay, yeah,
I kind of think it's okay for them kids to get out there and get a little more playing time.
yeah,
So you got a third string guy you know that's not getting much playing time during the season, but now they got all these playing rules and all that. But you still got some kids that don't play a lot.
yeah.
Those are ones I would encourage to play spring.
Play, yeah, get that extra experience in because
Yeah,
you don't really get the experience in playing sitting on the bench too often.
right, right.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You know,
Yeah,
but that's one of the hardest things for me. Like this is my first year not doing 7-on-7.
yeah,
I really fell in love with 7-on-7. I like that. I like that for the kids. Definitely because it teaches more fundamentals, route running, defensive coverages. You get able to work
hmm
on that more than you are in tackle football. Uh,
and, and now they got the linemen
the,
five on
yeah,
five.
yeah, the five
You
on
know,
five. Yeah, because the linemen, they always was left out when I first started with it.
right.
My lineman was like, "Coach, can I play?" No, this ain't for you, bro. This ain't for you. And I'm glad they did start the 5-on-5
Yeah, me too,
to
man.
help out the linemen and
Yeah,
definitely get them some work because they definitely need some work in off season because it's hard. It's hard to find somebody that can block. That's the hardest thing. So
right.
that extra work helps out. Uh,
Yeah.
so how's this year going? Are y'all in season right now with your flag football program?
Yeah, we in practice right now. The season starts May the 9th. We got about another week for sign-ups, man. We got more girls than boys this year, and we low on middle school boys, seventh and eighth grade boys. We low on them, man. If there's a coach out there that got 7 or 8 boys that want to play, holla at me, man. We need you. You know.
But do you think it's because there is spring football now and flag is kind of looked upon as soft,
Right.
as soft? Definitely flag. Now, 7-on-7. I was like, when I first started coaching, I was like, damn, this shit is it's pretty physical. Like
Yeah.
some of these tournaments require the helmets. I think I'm almost thinking all of them should because the physicality of it. Like it ain't tackle football, but when they pushing you, it ain't no
Yeah. They gonna
it
push you.
ain't no touch. It's
Right.
hook,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just seen people bust their head open. I just seen that at one of the other tournaments I was at a few weeks ago, where
Yeah.
a kid busted his eye, and
Ooh.
it was at Edison. It was at the factory tournament.
Ah.
Kid busted his eye. He was just leaking. He was out. I was
Uh,
like, oh no, and they had to bring out the cart for him, and
yeah.
like, yeah, this
7-on-7 is physical.
it's very
But
fit,
yeah.
but it ain't tackle football where you taking too many blows to the head, but it's definitely
Right.
sport. So I think kids are more going towards that than
Yeah.
flag. Flag that flag is. Oh, I got your flag.
Yeah.
That's kind of little kiddish. So I understand how hard it will be to get the kids, definitely 7th and 8th grade, to
Yeah.
play that.
Right.
You know,
But it's some it keeps them conditioned because they practice a few times a week, you know, games on Saturdays.
and I think that's more again, like you said, I think that's more for like the ones that don't get much playing time in tackle football, right? So that way they can get reps and they can learn more and they can really it's like an extra training and they can get
Yeah.
better, really be better for their next season in tackle football. Well, hey, I learned this in flag and you know experience helps a lot. Experience
Right. Yeah.
always helps a lot.
That's how like Coach Zoe and them, that's he had his boys in flag, you
Flag,
know.
yeah,
So I have some coaches that's doing 7-on-7. They doing tackle, they do 7-on-7, and they do flag. Because we try to make our season to start when the 7-on-7's over, you know, and track's over, you know.
yeah.
So that's when our season starts.
Okay. So, all right, here we gonna get to the hard part of this. So I want I always ask for a Mount Rushmore, right? Mount Rushmore, far as your own, like you know you're not originally from Stockton, but you've been out here a long time. So if we had to ask Bill Waller his Mount Rushmore of Stockton football players, what four would you tell us?
Um, I'd have to go mostly with youth.
Yeah, that's fine. Cause I know you've been around the youth a lot.
God, there's so many. You know, there's so many, man. Raleigh is the top dog.
Definitely.
You know, so he was a Viking. So I got go the guys that I know, you know. Uh Antoine McKenzie, he's doing really good.
Shout
Uh
out and that man. Yeah.
uh it's a kid that too many people don't know, but his name is Billsbury. He's in college right now.
I know Bill Berry because I know him not really from I mean from Edison, but I think I met Bill Berry with the factory playing on
Yeah,
the factory.
yeah.
And he played. You said he played for the Vikings too, huh?
Yep.
So I should just ask you your Viking Mount Rushmore because that's all you're giving me.
I know.
I should just say, hey man, who's your Mount Rushmore for the Vikings?
Yeah, I can only go out the guys that I know, man. You know. Uh, one more.
Yeah, you got one more.
Golly. Uh,
Come on, Bill. I know you got somebody over there.
man, it's
You
my
got
favorite. One of my favorite is Alonzo Ward Jr.
okay.
Zoe,
I was finna say you got a gang over at Edison right now.
but I love Levon too. I love Levon James too.
Yeah, you always show Levon love. Yeah, definitely. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna put Levon up there as honorable mention. If you said so, yeah, and I'm so proud of all those boys, man.
Yeah.
Just being able to coach all them boys on one, like as I said, that's like that 7-on-7 team that I coached when I had your son, Little Bill, lockdown.
Mhm.
We call him Lockdown Bill. You know, defensive showstopper, and with LeVon, who else? We had Zoe, we had Dez, we had Bari, we had my boy
Yeah.
Noah,
Woo.
and then the quarterback AJ. Like
Hmm.
we had so much talent on that team. Like man, I can
Right.
only imagine if that was a tackle football team. Like how dominant we would be because all those boys was beasts, and I'm proud of all of them. They all doing their thing. They getting
Hmm.
uh scholarship offers already.
Uh-huh.
And I see Bill. I see Bill is doing his thing in track too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely proud of all those kids that I coach. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely my best 7-on-7 team that I had the honor to coach.
Yeah. That's a good team.
I kind of got lucky. That was my first year of coaching. Like got lucky. Like, hey, I didn't have to do a lot. My playbook is nasty though. My playbook,
Yeah, you was on them though. You was on them.
but I didn't have to do a lot.
You made a difference.
Yeah. I definitely did. Factory, man. Y'all, hey, I need my trophies, man. I probably got the most trophies in the factory over my 4 years there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so what you got coming up next? Just the flag football season?
Yeah, this flag football.
Okay. And you looking for more players, guy players?
Yeah, we looking for 7th and 8th grade players, man. We had a coach that got 7th, 8th grade players, man, but bring them in.
Okay.
You
Definitely.
know.
Man, keep hollering at me, man. One day I may want to come out there and coach, man. Just
I got a girls 3rd to 5th grade team for you, man.
3rd to 5th grade.
Yeah.
That's young, man. You know, like that's the thing with me too. Is like, when I started off coaching, I started with novice,
Uh-huh.
and I did my first 2 years novice. I did one more year with the Titan when Zoe beat me. Like I just didn't feel like my level, definitely with my plays is it's like kind of too advanced for
Need the older kids.
I need the personnel to run the type of plays that I run. So JV has been that's been
Your
like
thing,
my thing. Not even varsity, but JV. I love coaching JV. I love the 12, 13-year-old, the 7th, 6th, 7th graders. I just think that was better for me. And definitely, and that's a big part of the reason why I coach. It's like at that time, 12, 13, that's when they're choosing their path. If they're going to go left or they're going to go right. And that's my main thing of coaching, coaching these youth to try to put them to go right on the right path and not go,
right.
And that's why I haven't coached high school, because it's like in high school, them 15, 16-year-olds, they already doing this. They already smoking weed. They already gang banging, and it's hard to take them from that.
Right.
I'd rather get them before they get to that.
Yeah.
And try to show them a different way. I'm not always successful at it because some of the kids I coach, I'll be like, oh man, I thought I had enough talks with y'all about this.
Right.
But it's hard because these kids are influenced by this rap music.
Yeah.
And I can't do nothing about that. I'm actually coaching a kid that's a great rapper. I heard his songs. I'm like, man, me being a rapper, I'm like, you could rap. I said, only if you rapped about something else. Like you rapping like these other people, like these,
right?
And that's gonna
make your own stuff.
But he got actual talent. And he's okay in football. But if I had to tell him, if he was rapping about something else, I would tell him, hey, go
rap,
go rap, because you got it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's what he's rapping about, It's like, oh yeah, nah.
Right.
Keep trying that football, because you rapping, that's gonna have you dead or in jail, And I don't really like that. But he's like nice at 12 years old. Like,
wow,
you really can rap. But
okay,
it is what it is. But I ain't gonna take too much of your time.
Okay.
I see Bernice in here. She said, "Hey, Bill."
Hey.
What's up, Bernice?
Hi.
He showed you some love earlier. He said you gave him the blueprint of how to be the president.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you. You got any shout outs, anything you want to say before we head out?
Man, just everybody that's been there in my corner, man. I appreciate y'all a lot. Everybody, man. And we still here doing it.
Yeah, and I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate my friendship with you, the way you treat me. You always show me the utmost respect. Definitely as a great coach. I think you look at me as a great coach, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that because a lot of people don't give me my flowers doing this. Like I really do this. I really do this coaching stuff,
Right.
and I
Yeah.
take it at heart. And not only am I a great coach, I feel like I'm more of a mentor to these kids. I'm a life coach and really try to stay on these kids and teach them the right way and not the
Yeah.
wrong way. So I definitely appreciate you for always showing me love and
All
always hitting
right.
me up. You probably still gonna be calling me about a coach. And one day I'm gonna say, let's do it, Bill.
Wait a minute. When is spring over?
Look, there you go. There you go. We got probably 2 more weeks. We got
Okay. I'll be calling you back.
but I don't know what I'm doing for fall though. Because I wanted to take a break. That's why I
Uh-huh.
didn't do 7-on-7. I really wanted to break, and then my sister tricked me into coaching spring,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't get my break. And now I really don't got no commitment to fall because I didn't get on no high school program because I was ready to go high school.
Right.
So I was like, all right, after spring, I'm gonna take my break. But I kind of love this coaching too much to even probably take a break. But I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Okay.
I got stuff going on in my personal life, but hit me up. We never know.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, man. Thank you, man. Thank everybody.
All right. Appreciate you, man. I'll holler at you.
Okay.
All right, y'all. This has been the 10th episode. Had an honor to interview Bill Waller, former president of the South Stockton Vikings. Now I think he said he was vice president of the Flag Football League, doing great things for the community. So y'all make sure y'all stay in touch and keep supporting the Not Afraid to Lose sports podcast. We'll be back next Monday with another great interview. So I see y'all when I see y'all. Holla at the Mac, because y'all know I holla back, y'all. We gonna end it with the outro.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Say you love me, you don't love me, why you change on me? Keep a on my side, it won't change on me. Shout out, please, that's my brother, he won't fold on me. And if it come down to it, he up for me. This tricky, seeing how these other niggas move. Gotta keep my head on the swivel, gotta play it smooth. Know I can die anything, so I ain't afraid to lose. I'm knee deep up in this water, gotta stick and move.
I'm not afraid to lose.
All we do is win, because we ain't afraid to lose, y'all. We out. Till next time.